The meeting is going to focus on various issues in these areas. The first issue is looking at the rainfall situation in the SADC region, and then coming up with strategies of how to address the drought situation in some parts of the region and the flood situation in other parts of the same region. Then secondly, it will also look at the food security situation in the region. It will look at areas of how agriculture this year would be contributing to the GDP of the region, but also how fisheries would also be contributing to the GDP of the region. The meeting will go further at looking at transboundary animal diseases that affect the agricultural sector, both not only diseases but also issues of pests. It will also look at issues of how far are we in terms of implementing the Malabo Declaration. How far are we in terms of putting in place institutions and also policies and strategies that are required for us as a collective to be able to achieve the objectives of both the Malabo and the Cardiff declarations. So this is the purpose of this meeting, which will be starting later this afternoon. We had now agreed to adjourn it because, as you know, SADC has 16 member states. But as of now, out of the 16 member states, only 5 are in the room, represented in the room, meaning we don't have the quorum, which is supposed to be 11. But if the quorum is not there for a senior officials meeting, at least we should have the minimum number, which is 50% of the 16 member states. That is also not yet the case now. We are told by the Secretariat of SADC that 3 countries are going to, the delegates from 3 countries are going to be arriving here this afternoon or early this sometime later this morning, so that by 2:30 they should be able to be here. And then the other countries are going to be represented by their own ambassadors and high commissioners, and that is Angola, DRC, and South Africa. The other country that whose delegates we are expecting to arrive later is Eswatini, Mauritius, and Zambia. So we hope that by 2:30 we would be having a quorum, and that will start the meeting from 2:30.